Greetings, Midgardians, Viking Gamer here, and this is the first part of the series that I'm gonna be doing called, single player Doomstacks versus multiplayer. So basically, the concept of it is we're gonna test how well, Doomstacks that you normally would have single player, which pretty much can't be beaten unless like there's like 4v1 or whatever. How they do in a multiplayer where obviously the balancing and everything is completely different, and well, people don't really take kindly to it that much as I found out the hard way, but more on that later. So anyway, first one for today is Sisters of AVELORNE. So basically what I brought was two Eagle Claw ball throwers. I have Alariel the Radiant because in the single player she's the one who boosts the sisters the most. Then I have a handmaiden and a noble to basically be the ones, to take up all of the melee infantry that comes in. And I have, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Sisters of AVELORNE. Obviously, normally you'd have like what, 15 or something, but obviously, I have, you have only a certain amount of money to spend. That said, we have done. Basically, I have always set it up to 17,000, which is the ultra, I think, and all the battles are done on a normal difficulty because, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter in multiplayer, so that's what I've done. And yeah, my opponent in this case is also playing high elves. I think he has a tech list. He brought a dragon. He's got, I think, two. Yeah, he says 2 dragon princes, which like people often argue that they're really good against sisters. But then again, in single play, you don't really encounter that because, well, by the time you have sisters, and you pretty much, especially as someone who starts on Ulthuan, like Lariel or Tyrion, you already unify the Ulthuan anyway, so you don't have to deal with them. But yeah, in this case, he has them, and he will cause quite a bit of damage with them. He has 2 Phoenix Guards, 3 Spearmen, 2 Swordmasters of Hoeth, and then 3 basic archers. Maybe it's the armored ones, I'm not sure. And then, what is that? 3 Lothian Sea Guards. I think that's the armored ones, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, let's get to it. So, as you can see, he's trying to flank me with the calf. Obviously, I'm aware of that because I can see it on the map. So I'm trying to line up my my left flank to try and counter that. He doesn't have any artillery, I do, so the eagle ball throwers start shooting. We all know they don't really do that much damage, but it's better than nothing. No, what I've noticed, and it's actually quite common, I always thought that in multiplayer people don't really line up that much because of all the wind spells. Obviously I'm playing as Alariel, so I don't really have one, so I think he might know that. I'm not sure. And yeah, I forgot to mention, I had 800 and had some 1400 because obviously he had a bit more variety, so he has more units. There you go, dragon princesses just charged into my sisters. They would, and yeah, they're just basically butchering them on the spot. I'm trying to do as much damage as I can, but I think they have some kind of I think they have like magic resistance or something. So it's not really doing that great. Obviously it's not a computer, so he knows how to smash through the lines to get to the back of it. I'm doing my best to deal with it, but it's not really working that way. Look, the sisters are already screwed. Yeah, they're running. A couple of his units start fleeing, like the ones that were under fire from the eagle ball throwers, basically. So that's good. Yeah, 3 archers, 4th one is going away. So I mean, on the front, on the infantry, they're still doing quite well because it's taking them a while to get to me and everything. Like they are being butchered pretty much. But it was the dragon princes, after all, that people always talk about that ended up fucking me over. Look at that, he's already in the ball throwers. There's really nothing I can do at that point about it. And yeah, now Alario is getting smashed. Not doing very well there, babe. But yeah, he's got Teclis there still in the back. I don't really know if he was using that many spells. I couldn't really tell. Some of my sisters are starting to rally. I'm sending them back. It's just to be honest, at this point, it's just a giant mess. Like most of my sisters are engaged in melee. There's like 4 that are left. Maybe, well, 5 if I count the rallied one. But these princes, they're just like, look at that. He's got them stretched, so he's engaging 2 of them at once, so they can't shoot. That was really smart. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I should say well, actually, I'll say that again. It's just a disclaimer about me not being a multiplayer kind of play. But yeah, we'll talk about that in the end. So yeah, I'm trying to dish out a little bit of damage. As you can see, like the balance of power is starting to go in his favor at this point. I've lost about 400. He lost about 5, but you know my units are worth more. So it's starting to go down again. There's more rallying. It's just not working that well. Like at this point, look at this. He's not even using these spearmen. They're just standing there staring. Teclis is just chilling. It's just, yeah. And this dragon is actually like being really, really good, which is strange. Yeah. And then like my units are starting to break. Yeah, they're shattering. And bam, army loss penalty, and I've lost this one. So it was a valiant defeat. It was fair enough. But you know, a little verdict. Sisters are not that great against other high elves, but most people already knew that. Alright. Now to the next one. Okay, so in this one, this is the second battle. Now, I did things tiny bit differently. Now, I brought only 1 Eagle Bow Thrower, and I brought a Moon Dragon, because basically, let me just pause this for a sec. Because basically, when I normally play as high elves, what I do as as a Doomstack, I'll have 2 bow throwers, I have 2 star dragons, I have 2 heroes, then a lord, 3, 5, 7, and then I have 13 sisters. So yeah, obviously this one's a bit different. What is it? Was it 2, 4? 6, 8. So yeah, so I had to bring 1 less sister to be able to accumulate for the dragon, and I put Alariel on a horse to save some money. Well, unicorn. So yeah, is that a unicorn? No, it's just a horse. Never mind. Anyway, my opponent has is Dark Elves this time. It's a different guy. He brought 2 bow throwers of his own. He brought a Malekith on his dragon, and then he's got just a good mix of archers, spears, swords, a couple of black guards, a Nagarovs, and executioners, which will cause me some trouble. Now, what I didn't notice until like almost too late was that he had 2 dog riders coming in from the back, or 4 actually. He had them hidden, because they have a vanguard deployment. That again messed me up quite a bit. So it is a cavalry that sisters tend to be kind of weak against, but they're not dragon princes, right? They broke pretty much straight away, so it's not that much of a big deal against other cavalry. Maybe if it was like Britannia, sorry, then it probably would have done a lot more damage. But these ones were not that bad. But yeah, it basically in multiplayer, I guess it just helps them to close in on the ranged before they can get in with the rest of the infantry. So as you can see, like this one is not going that great either. I think in here I'm waiting for him to have the breath ability. It's on a cooldown, so I'm waiting for it to come on a time so I can go and shoot it. Or breathe it, whatever, and then I think I'm gonna try target the ball throwers. But there you go. There's a fire, and then I think, okay, so he goes into the dark shards. There you go. I think he manages quite well to deal with them, but obviously, for what you pay for it, I don't think it's that efficient. There you go. Sisters are breaking and rallying again. Now this flank is doing pretty well, you know, against this Blackguard even, because I have a clean line of sight here from like 2-3. But, you know, it's the Blackguard, they still catch up, and then you fucked either way. Malekith is doing quite a bit of damage. His spells are not, let's face it, his spells are quite shit. But, yeah. Yeah, the dragon, he managed to chase them out, and now he's going against the throwers, but his health is nearly down because I think these two were shooting at him the whole time. That's something I didn't really notice, unfortunately. He's still being shot at, so yeah, he's gonna break soon. 73 kills. That's not really. He didn't really, you know. I didn't really get what I paid for, basically. Get my money's worth, that's the expression I was looking for. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, it was 1500 against 750, so he had double the amount of troops. Because he spent it more wisely, I guess. And there you go, army loss penalty, and that's it. So, the way it's gonna work in this whole series is that I will test each of the Doomstacks twice. I have 17 in total. So there's going to be 17 different Doomstacks. Obviously, you've got 15 different races in Warhammer 2. And then, but some races have like more than one. So say, oh yeah, they also have the dragon spam, right? So I'm going to try that next. But also, I think, oh yeah, it's the Skaven that have more than one. So I'm also tried 2 of them. So that's why there's 17. Basically, it's all going to be on 17,000 money on a normal difficulty. I'm not really choosing the maps to be like, you know, in my favor or whatever. I just choose a random map and then I deal with it. And anything else? Yeah. Here's the disclaimer that I mentioned earlier. Basically, I am not a multiplayer player. Okay? I play it on single player as most people do with Total War games. I just figured it would be interesting to see what various Doomstacks they like pretty much, you know, rock on a single player. What will they do if you use them in a multiplayer setting? So that's what this is all about. So we'll find out. So on Assisters, I'd say they're not really that efficient. That's my verdict on them. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.